What's going on, guys? Backlog Gamer here, and we're back with Orwell. Another Let's Play of it. So, let's get into it. Last time, we were checking out, what's her name? Making sure to see if she was a terrorist or not. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm still kind of iffy on the whole thing on if she's a terrorist. Because it seems like she was kind of rebelling against her parents and trying to go in her own direction, focus on an art career. Previously arrested, but the charges obviously were dropped, but does that because the parents paid him off? Or what? So if we go to start, it kind of tells you what your objective is. Bright, cold day. Quote of the day, I don't think any of that stuff actually matters. Find the reason why the investigation against Cassandra was closed. Okay. Let's see if we can't add to our profile of these other people here first. Occupation, things like that. No, that's not it. That's the wrong site. Jobs. Company. I can't do anything with these people. So obviously I'm not supposed to. Listener, is there anything here? Just the one that she had right there. We already went over that. Okay, let's hold off. Obviously I need to figure out her completely first. So maybe it's trying to tell me at this point that I need to make a choice on this here. I wonder if this was technically a colorful inhabitant of Wonderland, right behind the rainbow. In Wonderland, right behind the rainbow. For the location. No, I don't think that would work very well. Alright, so let's go to this one. I'm still kinda iffy on all this. Because you've got, of course, this one with the case being closed due to lack of evidence, right? There is conflicting show conflict. Let's see what that does. Yeah, these two things are conflicting, and I'm guessing I have to choose one or the other to upload. So let's read the whole thing and maybe piece it together. The case that has been at the center of the media attention for the last month came to an end. She was acquitted of the alleged assault against the police officer. I mean, it was a protest, right? But why would she be there crying afterwards? Maybe there's more to it. The case being closed due to lack of evidence yesterday. However, close. The case might be reopened if new evidence is discovered. The suspect's lawyer welcomed this outcome. At no point has there ever been any valid evidence that my client was guilty. At no point at all. Just based on the readings that I got, I had that idea myself. The revered defense attorney commented during a post-trial press gathering. The defense successfully brought video evidence depicting the incident in question, which eventually turned the tide of the proceedings. Meanwhile, the relatives of the victim expressed their disappointment on hearing the result of the lawsuit. They openly voiced their concerns that the wealthy family of the accused victim might have influenced the outcome in her favor. The victim, a father of 2 young sons, was rushed into hospital. It is sad that happened, but there is not substantial evidence, based on what I've read so far, to make it so that she is to be convicted of that crime. Also, I don't want that profile picture. That's who she really is. This is speculation. This is what really is happening so far. So, upload. This is what I figured. A pity that the CCTV feed did not actually help. Maybe it will today. Okay, I think I made the right choice there. Currently, I am thinking that our Miss Watergate underwent quite a radical change, don't you agree? She did. I mean, going from this outlook, very business attire, you know, professional, And I'm not saying that the other look is different, but when you're trying to determine a criminal, you got to get into their mind a little bit. And so she goes from this to being the artsy carefree style with blue hair and everything. So you have to look into that as to what that could mean. Let's find out what happened in between these two lives of hers. Yeah, why was there that shift? Is it just because she wanted to get away from her parents? She wanted to do her own thing, or is it because of something else and she got ideologically inclined or whatever? I don't know how this is gonna go. Okay, Cassandra's timeline. What is that? Oh, now we're looking at her Facebook. Also, I don't know what the rating is on this, so I don't know what might come up. So I apologize, and I'll try and block anything if it goes to that. Mostly because YouTube would block it anyways. You're invited to tea inside the rabbit hole. I don't know if this is just all fun or if she's literally gone mental here. Well, let's add another portrait to this ever-growing collection. I think it's good to have a bunch of portraits to go off of, so you can see the different looks of this one person. Ah, finally, get her birthday. That's useful. And her interests. Art, music, activism. What a lineup. The activism part is what gets you when it comes to this type of stuff. Cassandra likes the Targets, painting, Alice in Wonderland, my cat, Kiki. I can't say that. Kikiko. Woohoo, first day in freedom, far away from the shackles of Watergate Pharma. Pay for your stuff now. They won't like it. Despised puppets of the state, you have finally managed to destroy us entirely. There's nothing left to do but to congratulate you. These are my personal wishes to you. Most painfully, Cassandra. Opposes the government, definitely. Well, well. We aren't too fond of you either. Yeah. What's the matter? That totally doesn't sound like you. We haven't hung out. You gotta get out from time to time. You'd feel much better. Shut your mouth. I'm not in the mood for this act. I told you again and again. I cannot deal with this. Well, someone's kind of losing it, aren't they? You know what? I'm really sorry that I still care about my best friend. Cold shoulder. Jeez. It's in a relationship with Joseph Langley. With her lawyer, might be noteworthy. Yeah. Figured that out from the text, but we needed to get actual physical evidence of that. What is this conflicting with? An unknown conflict. Mary Bly, broken friendship. Remember the date, January 30th, 2017. January 30th. This was recent. I thought this was one of the newer games. Or, not newer, older. Surprised they had to mention the speculations over my parents buying me out. Makes the click counts go boom, doesn't it? That's one thing. When did it all happen? The getting bought out by her parents thing, but then at the same time, she's obviously been pushing herself away from her parents for a while now. I doubt that they would be up and willing to do that. At least you're redeemed now. Look at her trying to be all helpful. Not today. I have a date this evening. Who's the lucky one? Never replied. Case closed. Okay. That's interesting. I'm very happy about that. no proof. We've shown the world this dirty surveillance machinery only exists to intimidate and to mislead the people into believing false promises. Big lie. Changed her profile picture then. The concert was amazing, so amazing that I just had to give my hair a little makeover. So without further ado, how do you like it? Why is it like that? What happened to your hair? Why didn't you ask me before going to a stylist? We could have gone together. She's really trying to be there, but Mommy and Daddy agree with that? No, different names. I don't know who this guy is. Looks nice. Clever. Here's some more stuff. So henceforth, Cassandra. Clever. That's clever. Me likey. That's a whole new you. You also need a new name then. What about Cassarthis? Cassarthis. Cassandra shall be known to the world as Cassarthis. Invite you to our little... Swear, kiddo, and I'd like to invite you to our little activist group if you want to join us. Just to have you with us for the protest on the Freedom Plaza. Interesting. Cassarthis. In contact with Juliet Carrington. Had her alias name suggested to her by Juliet Carrington, which would also have another thing for Carrington. An alias name. You know people on the web. So many names, so many identities. It's always good to recover every alias. Then we can match data chunks to target persons whenever they are using them. What does it say? Invited to an activist group. Interesting stuff. This is all interesting. This is all getting really interesting. Activist group. Is there anything more specific? Maybe. We'll go over that in a second. There's a lot here. So there's hot new band, The Targets. Okay. Not much there. April 12th, 2016. Ooh la la, oi oi non. Having an amazing shopping tour with my Mary, the best friend of all times. But you really should consider paying a visit to your hairstylist soon, darling. Well, that is what happens when you do my hair. So this was April 12th. May, and then end of June, she discovers the band. They're playing a concert in the cell next week. It's coming along, Mary. I'm looking at you, so they're still friends at this point. Then we get up here. Gone to a stylist together. She gets involved after the concert with that group around here in July. Then in August the case is closed, and then the next day they have the paper release, and she's all upset about that. She looks like she's already been pushing away from her parents. Then she's now in a relationship with her lawyer, and now all of a sudden she's completely changed in the next year. Yeah, they hadn't hung out since the concert. So I'm going to say that this is how sad. Another one with Joseph. Did you hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing? Yeah, don't remind me. You know, I have a history with that place. Buzz from there every day. Any bad memories, and now I was just there moments before this happened. Gone to that protest. It's there after before the bombings. Could be a coincidence. I'll reserve my thoughts until I find more evidence. Should have gone to that Tez. Darling, you don't need to justify yourself. I was so happy when Goldsfells accepted me into thought. go to prove my worth to the cause. Thought interesting, maybe this is what influenced her, and who's Goldfells? Should find something that shows her current attitude and see if we're following the right person. You would not have gone to the protest. They would have never met. And she wouldn't have been called a terrorist in the papers. Not a terrorist. Ain't I? You sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Ka-ching. Was I supposed to be my credit card? Something like that. I hope you like Chateau Magua. Great, so you decided to bankrupt me. Yes, sir. Always ready to pull the money out of innocent pockets. Anyway, I got the good stuff. Now I'm headed to my handsome boyfriend. Him. Here's the thing. I've got an important appointment tonight. It's surprisingly out of schedule, and I can't postpone it. You gotta be kidding me. Very sorry. Always have an appointment. Appointment here, appointment there. How can you constantly do this? Oh, she's getting upset again. Metharine. She is on medication. What is metharine? Can you look that up? I will. The only thing that matters to you. Happy pills. Like that. And you know it. Mouth shut. If I don't show up at this appointment, I risk losing a very important client. Fine, don't you understand that? Jeez, she's getting angry fast. Don't you risk losing that very important client of yours? Don't be like that. I get it. I guess, oh, jeez. Interesting. The thought. What is this, the thought? If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. This is a group that she joined to show her, I don't even know, freedom's on free. Start with the first one, huh? The thought's still free. This article's private. They're all archived except for this one. Catharsis. Ah. Oopsie. It's cams everywhere, even at the Freedom Plaza. Is it just me, or is that a little bit more than just... This is ironic. Never even occurred to anybody that it wasn't me. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We have always been against violence. What does it contradict? Unknown. Has an adverse attitude towards violence. Doesn't sound like it. Some of the other stuff. It's investigative custody. To figure out that the cam footage was actually not clearly showing anything at all. Why are there so many cams in the first place? Intimidation. You keep calm, quiet, and careful when there are cams around. Or you fear that there are cameras where you cannot see. When founding this blog years ago, Abraham predicted pretty much this for all of the web. I'll get to that in a second. No comments. I don't know about this yet. One article. Contacted Cassie 92. Ah, that's the Utah still. Okay. So let's go back to this. Click. Our Thoughts Still Free by Goldfells. Ugh. There's a German folk song called "The Thoughts Are Free." That's the letter that they got. There he is. Something else? Finally, someone who had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. Jeez. Sees assault justified for showing the futility of surveillance. Show conflict. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We have always been against violence. She may have been against violence originally, but it doesn't sound like she's against violence anymore. This was post. That's present. I suspected as much. Seems we're looking at the right person. Looking at what you have extracted so far, we're dealing with a potentially dangerous personality. I will indicate that to law enforcement. Alright, what we found so far is all good and interesting, but I think we should be searching for something a little more concrete. We have to dig deeper. There's another message. From the other person. To give you guys my logic on what I'm thinking right now. Peaceful girl, wanted to change the things, goes to this concert, dyes her hair, kind of likes the whole being a little bit more free, always being under her parents type shadow. That type of feeling that you've seen before. And meets up with these people, kind of likes them, so she goes to this protest just to be a part of something, you know, feel inclusive. Before, she was talking about how she didn't like violence, you know, but then it seems like the officer did something, but there wasn't conclusive evidence for it. And then after everything and all of this drama and calling someone a terrorist constantly, maybe she became a terrorist in this organization. Or the terrorist organization is trying to use her. But that's what I'm getting from it. So, I'm going to put this one in there. What? Where did that come from? This is perfect. We can arrest her and open the investigation again. However, we probably won't be able to hold her for long if it really happened in defense of this Juliet. Very good work. The intervention team is already on its way. We'll need to wait for confirmation. In Miss Watergate's case, it was not a problem to get her address with the help of local police due to her former record. Okay, I was gonna say, because nobody's in the sea, you have to let it go. What is going on here? Another one? Thought about what you said. Maybe you're right. I should take the post down. It'd be better, believe me. She doesn't wait very long. Maybe it's the pizza guy. She has to get the pizza, she has to sign it, she has to pay for it. Huh. I'll inquire if all went well with arresting Miss Watergate. I mean, I know what happened. I'm just saying that, like, she puts this up, and within a minute, she's like, hello? Yeah, good job in any case. Though we have no proof she's involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. Despite acting in defense of this Juliet, she seems to be quite unstable and a threat. She does. Okay, I just received confirmation that she is now in custody. Very good work. I'm curious about this thought group, though. Whether they... Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. Second explosion. Explosion at Stelligan University campus kills 2 students. Is there a connection? Well, obviously not to her. That is horrible. 2 dead. Similar approach. Same letter found. So these assaults are connected. And as if that wasn't enough already, Miss Watergate was in custody at the time, so that's her out of the picture, at least for this attack. This complicates matters massively. So much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my superiors, see how we are to proceed, given these extenuating circumstances. Did good today. You can log off and get some rest by clicking the button on the top right of the desktop. I'm trying to get some sleep. I have a feeling the next few days are going to be trying at best. Well, I guess that's probably where I'm going to end it for this one. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please click that like button. It always helps. And maybe subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Next time we're going to figure out more, maybe about Watergates, their company, the thought group, see where all this goes. But until next time, see you later.